Alrighty, everybody. Minister Brother Derrick here. I just want to do this real quick. It's 4:39, so let's go ahead and get it. Let's just go ahead and get this. I'm going to drop it for you. Stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try a new way. Jesus put an offer on the table, and everyone out there is now able to come home with God in your heart. You're never alone if you believe me. You don't need that weed. Give Jesus a hug and put down those drugs. The victory over death is already won. So why are you picking up that gun? If your spirit is activated, now think. Why do you need that alcoholic drink? Because the devil tells you. He rules you. He fools you. But the minister is here to school you. I'm here to preach. I'm here to teach. And it's you I'm trying to reach through this song that I compose. When Jesus comes back, only God knows. Are you ready or are you sitting heavy? Are you ready or are you sitting heavy? You won't be if you follow me. Alright, come on with it now. Oh God, what can I say about thee? You still love us sinners and you offer your grace for free. I'm not worthy, but you still search me out of a life of sin. And with Jesus' help, I know I can win. I love serving my Lord. He opens the door to a relationship with God. This is the only way in. In the name of Jesus, I always pray and I lay myself as a footstool for the lost demons. I know that fools. It's not cool to be a believer, but I'm not putting my soul in the hands of the deceiver, a wicked devil who brings nothing but trouble. I put my desires on ice and long for reaching paradise. A day with no pain, no stress. You gave me the way, and now I'm blessed. You can test me, let the devil stress me. But baby, hell is one place I don't want to see. So stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try a new way. Are you ready or are you sitting heavy? Stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try a new way. Minister, Brother Derrick.
Microphone not anymore. Doggone it.
Peace, everyone.
You ain't heard a word I said.
This is Minister Brother Derrick.
You know you wrong for that.
And that's what I did.
That's my fault.
It's really hard to be a Christian in 2020. Yes, it is.
That's okay.
Everybody seems to have a double standard. And we don't get no respect in the world. We are considered weak. We are considered strong. We are considered dumb. For believing in
So you think you have everything ready and still get nailed?
And you see what we get no credit. So this is for those who are ignorant, who are remaining, who are thinking on the Jesus. Let's get it. Every day I dance before the Lord.
Yeah, the Dolby Atmos on.
Jesus like an extension cord. I walk upon a stripe as long as my name is in the book of life. Let my light shine.
Let it broadcast worldwide.
I let Jesus be my God, and if he left me live another day, I'll continue to come to the people and say, stop being selfish, stop sinning, come to God, and start winning. I roll with the Lord who is in control. Heaven is my goal, this earth is a first level. I help my fellow man deal with the devil. He's a liar, he's a fraud, his desire is to keep me away from my God. The most people I come off as righteous, but if tempted, I might just do a few of the things that God can't stand. He frowns on every day. I've been reborn, I've been hit with many opportunities. I cannot remain in unity with the Holy Father. Love down God under his rigor Father.
Yes, I was about to ask you about that.
It feels like I'm missing out. Most of the people that I meet who lie, steal and cheat, seem content while Christians like me. Our time is spent struggling. It should be the other way around. I'm not complaining, but how can you tell someone who's living it up to give it up when they're posting high? Doing right is a headache.
Hey, Sean, can you hear me? Make sure the microphone working. Okay.
Every day I dance before the Lord, so I stay connected to Jesus like an extension cord. I walk on the stripe as long as my name is in the book of life. So let my light shine.
Yeah, I mean, it's something different. So yeah, I actually, if somebody else is using these images, it won't look like this. So it make us stand out.
It's a struggle every day to stay on course. I'm behind the enemy line, so I use the word of God as my force, my resource. Becoming immune to the negativity that surrounds me. The devil has a bounty on my head. Sometimes I dread coming outdoors. I feel like I've been drafted for war. But it's okay, the devil can play his mind game, but he can't hurt me where it counts. That's firstly. He tries to distract me physically, financially, but these things don't mean jack to me. I turn my back to thee. It's not easy. It's in man, niggas to be greedy. So I always want what we can't have. A material means nothing to me. Hey, don't make me laugh. A beautiful thing with a difference.
It's all show. Cause both of these vehicles take me where I got to go.
But if I cheat or steal, then I lose my protection. For a house, for election, to be under the direction of a sick demon. Whose goal is to own my soul. No thanks. I roll with the Lord who is in control. Every day I dance before the Lord.
Oh.
My Savior makes me like an extension cord. I welcome all the stripes as long as my name is in the book of life. Let my light shine.
Let it broadcast worldwide.
I let Jesus be my God, and if he left me live another day, I continue to come to the people and say, stop being selfish, stop sinning. Come to God and start winning.
Minister.
Minister Brother Derrick. Let's get it. Welcome to the Minister Brother Derrick Show, and I am Minister Brother Derrick. I just want to say that I love Jesus, and that's the title of this song. I love you, Jesus. We'll follow you wherever you lead us. I love you, Jesus.
Okay.
Don't let the devil deceive us.
I love you, Jesus.
Can't get enough.
Hey.
I love my Jesus. But people say to keep it real. But here's the deal. If you're not saved, you're missing
I love
out.
you,
If you're not born
Jesus.
again, your future is in doubt. Your body wasn't made to last.
I
When the
love
time
you,
comes, it will
Jesus.
be reduced to ash. Your flesh will rot, but your light will not.
I love
You know
you,
your soul will go on
Jesus.
forever, so you better realize that you need God, or you will be surprised by the pain of a flame that never goes out. The pits of hell, where the heat swells up, there's no relief, not for a moment of peace. The agony and
Yeah, it
cry
is.
never cease. And someone in the background singing, burn, baby, burn. This isn't normal.
I love
burn,
you,
baby, burn. I'm a walking inferno. But seriously though, this will happen. If Jesus come back and finds you naked, see, no one knows the time of day. But if you follow the word, it won't matter
I
anyway.
love you,
Because in heaven, no one will ever be sick or shed a tear. So in this realm, I show no fear. What you gonna do? Kill me? Make me a martyr? Give me a head start? Put me on the fast track?
I love
So
you,
keep macking,
Jesus.
keep stacking, keep on shacking up. But get caught napping and
I
the jig
love
is
you,
up.
Jesus.
And I just wanna say, I love you, Jesus. Follow you wherever you lead us.
I love you, Jesus.
I love you, Jesus. Don't let that devil deceive us.
I love you, Jesus.
If you think that witnessing to your neighbors is weird, think of foreign countries with statues of idols
I
already there.
love you,
Nations of
Jesus.
people who don't know God, only mythical characters like a palo
I
battle.
love you, Jesus.
Most Americans believe in one Lord, one superior being. Christians should be scorn of souls by the million, but we spend our time fulfilling the desires of our flesh. We won't give Jesus our best effort, but we ask for blessings that we don't deserve. And you wonder why our prayers are not heard. In church, you put down those you really admire. You know you have a desire to make that easy money.
I was thinking
Drive
around.
the fancy cars.
with the intel, color management.
Deep down,
I'm wondering, is that what it is? I'll check it in a second when the song ends. I'm hoping that's what it is.
I love you, Jesus. Follow you wherever you lead us. I love you, Jesus. Don't let the devil deceive us.
I love you, Jesus.
I love you, Jesus. We'll follow you wherever you lead us.
I love you, Jesus.
Let the Holy Spirit lead us. And one more time. I love you, Jesus. All right, y'all, let's get it. Let's get to the Bible study. The minister, BROTHADERRICK show. Let's get it.
Well, let's get it. All right. I'll take y'all with me. Let's go into the settings. And hold on. I have a smaller. All right, Intel graphics. I had a situation where I thought that something was wrong with one of the projectors, and it turned out to be the HDMI cord. Let's go to display 1. Put it on default. It's on default. Let's go to custom. We went to custom. Now let's go back. Oops. No, it's. Let me start it over. Amen.
Can't get enough. I love my Jesus. Well, people say to keep it real, but here's the deal: if you're not saved, you're missing out. If you're not born again,
still doing it. But it ain't that.
Your body wasn't made to last. When your time comes, it will
restore to original colors.
Your flesh will rot, but your life
Reset.
will not. You know your soul will go on forever, so you better realize.
Restore to original color.
Or you will be surprised.
Reset.
By the pain of a flame that
display
never
1 and
goes
2.
out. The pits of hell.
One's the projector, one's the TV.
There's no relief.
Now let's go back and look.
Not for a moment of peace.
Is it still doing it?
And cries never cease. And someone in the background singing, burn, baby, burn. This isn't normal. Burn, baby, burn. I'm a walking inferno. But seriously though, this will happen. If Jesus come back and finds you napping. See, no one knows the time of day. But if you follow the word, it won't matter anyway.
Because I'm ready.
Because in heaven, no one will ever be sick or shed a tear. So in this round, I show no fear. What you gonna do? Kill me? Make me a martyr? Give me a head start? Put me on the fast track? So keep macking, keep stacking, keep on shacking up. But get caught napping and the jig is up. Follow you wherever. I love you, Jesus.
No, it's still doing it.
If you think that witnessing to your neighbors is weird.
Okay, so it's not this.
Nations of people.
Another thing to check.
God, only mythical.
Go to system.
Like a battle of Zod. Most Americans believe in one Lord, one superior being. Christians should be born of souls by the million. But we spend our time fulfilling the desires
easy access.
Of our flesh. We won't give Jesus our best effort, but we ask for blessings that we don't deserve. And you wonder why.
And go to contrast.
In church, you put down.
All right, turn off our contrast.
You know you have a desire to make that easy money. Drive the fancy cars.
I ain't seen this color in a long time.
Deep down,
now let's go back and find out, is that it? Is it still doing it?
So why should anybody listen to a darn thing you say? I love you, Jesus. Follow you wherever you lead us. us. Don't let that devil deceive us. I love you, too. If you think that witnessing to your neighbors is weird, think of foreign countries with statues of idols are revered. Nations of people who don't know God, only miracles like a battle of Zod.
Man, it being that bright throw me off. I'm using contrast for the longest time. Having it that bright, messing my eyes up. Let's find out something real quick. Close Windows Media. And let's go to media source. And this is what I use, and I added the music. But this is the program that we use. Now normally it lets me move it. I can't move it today. I don't know why. Oh, first of all, you're on the wrong thing. Oh, that's the only thing you can be on. Okay. Now we're actually looking at this on the OBS raw. But that's weird. Now that's weird. Something went wrong with the recording because this is the actual footage. All I did was add the music. I took the video and put it in to the OBS. So I need to either look at the OBS settings or I need to, something's definitely wrong. But this is the exact same footage. This is the video that you sent me. All right, so let's do one more test and then we'll get to this Bible study. Go to videos, and this is the actual video you sent me. I named it. Let's take a look.
Alrighty, everybody.
You know what it is. We went through all that trouble. I know what it is.
I want to do this real quick. It's 4:39.
It's Windows. Windows is the problem. The Windows movie 10 player. The automatic player they give you, I forgot. Now watch. Let's go to VLC. Or even Windows Media on here. Let's play it on Windows Media Player.
Alrighty, everybody. Minister Brother Derrick here. I just want to do this real quick. It's 4:39. Let's go ahead and get it. And everyone out there, the word is activated. Now, you ready? Or are you sitting heavy? Are you ready? Or are you sitting heavy? You won't be if you follow me. Alright, come on with it now. Oh God, what can I say?
No, it's doing the same thing on Windows Media Player. I might have to find another way to record it, John. I might have to get a screen recorder. Let's try VLC.
Alrighty, everybody. Minister Brother Derrick here. I just want to do this real quick. It's 4:39. So let's go ahead and get it. Let's just go ahead and get this. I'm going to drop it for you. Stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try ready. Or are you sitting heavy? You won't be if you follow me. Alright, come on with it now. Oh God, what can I say about thee? You still love us sinners and you offer your grace for free. I'm not worthy, but you still search me out of a life of sin. And with Jesus' help, I know I can win. I love serving my Lord. He opens the door to a relationship with God. This is the only way in. In the name of Jesus, I always pray and I lay myself as a footstool for the lost demons. I know that fools. It's not true to be a believer, but I'm not putting my soul in the hands of the deceiver, a wicked devil who brings up inward trouble. I put my desires on ice and long for
It's the media player. For some reason, Windows Media and the Windows 10 media player, it looks like that. But on the OBS, it looks fine, and on VLC. So all I gotta do is use VLC.
Stop resisting. It's a new day.
All we gotta do is use VLC.
Are you ready, or are you sitting heavy? Stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try a new way.
All right. So it's nothing wrong with what you did. So calm down, Charlie. Give me what you did. Something about the Windows Media Player. And I noticed that when I watched the videos back, my 360 videos, they look funny on those two media players. The reason why, well, we didn't use Windows Media, but we used that Windows 10 media player, the one that come with it standard. We used that media player because we was using the Samsung. It was the only one that played the Samsung videos. So it's all good. Oh, let me stop that. Oh, was y'all able to see it? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Was y'all able to see? No. Let me see. Was y'all able to see? On the VLC media player, it's fine. You see that on the VLC, it's fine. I just gotta remember to use the VLC. See, that's what separates us. That's what separates us from the devil and his demons. We can create. We can figure things out. We got a will. And we'll take the time to figure out how to create things. That's how we got electricity. How we got cars. How we got cell phones. Whereas the devil and his fallen angels, they sit around trying to figure out how to teach you out of something. How to hold you back. How to get you to do something stupid. The little bit of creativity they have, that's what they spend it on. We spend our time problem solving. Not spending our time being the problem. Our topic today is, and sorry about that, I know y'all tuned in to see the Bible study. Oh, the video, the 360 video, I put it in a different way. And it put all the files down there. Remember I had to do them individually? It put them all down there at one time. But guess what? They're out of order. So the video is out of order. And we got 3 flags. on the video. Must have been when I was in the market and the bike was outside. So it must have been playing some music or something. Because we got 3 copyrights. And we did it with the phone. So we didn't show anybody else's stuff. And we still got hit with 3 copyrights. 3. The copyrights was on. When I came back in, I put the food away. Y'all saw me load the video into the Samsung Gear Manager, right? It wasn't until about like 9 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock before it was ready. I uploaded to YouTube. I got up this morning at 4 or something in the morning. It still had 7 hours on it. But I got notified over the phone that we got 3 copyrights. The video wasn't even, it was still 6 hours from being ready. And we got hit with 3 copyrights. The video ain't even finished encoding. And they hit us with 3 copyrights. I said, you ain't even get a video a chance to even show. Anybody even see. They was on it like a hornet. I said, darn. And then they wouldn't let me edit the copyrights until like 7 o'clock. I kept checking back. So I got the one for the day. Before I go to sleep, I'll check it again. And then in the morning, I'll check it again. So it normally takes them half a day to a whole day. All I'm doing is muting the song. Whatever song they talking about, I'm just muting it. So if you ever watch my videos and you hear music playing that ain't mine, you know what I play. You know I play the YouTube music or I play my music. If you see that it's sound but there ain't no music, they filed a copyright. So I had them mute the song. Rather than take out the whole thing, rather than mute everything. So if the bike is outside of the bike rack, you're going to still be able to hear the people walking by and all that. But you're not going to hear the music. But they hit us before 6 hours before the video was ready to go. I couldn't believe it. And then it wouldn't let me edit it, cut it out. So I was able to take out the first one. We got some we got edits and we got copyrights in 3 different videos from this week and part of last week. All of them. One of them, I'm in the house. I don't know how we got a copyright. I was putting the food away. We didn't play anything. I was putting the food away. Somehow we got, must have been the music from the Low Risers. We got a copyright while I was putting the food away. Anybody that watched that video know I wasn't playing anything. I was talking to y'all. We didn't show any video. And they gave us a copyright. I thought I was crazy. Like, wait a minute. Ain't that me putting the food in the cabinet? I'm putting the food in the cabinet. I'm like, somebody desperate to get a daggone copyright on me. Like, God darn it. I'm putting the food in the cabinet and get nailed. Just gotta hit me with something. Yeah, from the store, yeah, I can see that. You know, they played music outside while we was in the market. I can see that. If somebody, if I'm on the road and somebody blasting music and they overtake the music we playing, they might try and hit us for the copyright. But man, I'm at the cabinet putting the food away. We didn't play anything. We didn't play anything. We didn't go on Amazon or eBay. We didn't do nothing. I sat and talked to y'all. And we got nailed. I said, man, ain't doing nothing and still got nailed. But we'll just take it out. It's not a big deal. Like I say, I only earn 10 cents a video. So we need 10 videos that make $1, and YouTube take 35, 40% of that. So every 10 videos, we get like 60, 65 cents. So, you know, that's why it take almost 2 years to actually get something back from YouTube. Imagine how long it take to hit $100. 65 cents for every 10 videos. And all the people left. So I don't even think we earn 10 cents anymore. Might be like 2 cents a video. We had a guy come in here and say, who are you talking to? Don't nobody watch. I'm like, wait a minute. We get between 25 and 50 views a video. Somebody watching? I ain't watching myself. So somebody listening? They got mad and didn't say nothing. I got mad and didn't say nothing. If you're going to attack somebody, at least do your research. I went and pulled it up. I was like, look, that's 25, that's 35, that's 40, look, that's 50, that's a 60. What do you mean? Nobody, who am I talking to? Nobody watching. It's views there. Somebody watching. They might not come in the chat, but they watching. So don't say I ain't talking to nobody. Somebody looking. But it shows you how people go out of their way. We had somebody come in here and say, where everybody go? You just have all these people in your chat, where everybody go? I said, well, why don't you ask them? Wait, when? Well, that's why nobody don't come here no more. I said, well, you here. You went out of your way to come tell me that. What kind of life you got? What kind of life do you have? What you got going on? You ain't got nothing better to do than come by and tell me, where's everybody at? I'm not God, Jesus, or the devil. I can't control nobody. You expect me to, hey, why you not here? Hey, where's the logic at? What sense does that make? How you gonna hold me responsible for what somebody else did? I can't make nobody come. But they watch. They don't say nothing in the chat, but they watch. If 25 to 50 people watch, I think we got a video, we got 60 the other day. Now, when you start looking at the big YouTubers that need donations, that need money, that won't do for them. But I don't have to kowtow and do what the followers tell me. I can do what I want to do. That's why a lot of them don't come. They can't use me. I'm not gonna come here and tell you what another YouTuber doing. You can go watch for yourself. That doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna tell you about what a celebrity doing. You can pick up the daggone paper. You can go on YouTube or go on Instagram or Twitter. Why am I gonna tell you something you already know? I come in and tell you what you don't know. And I've been telling you to get a relationship with Jesus Christ so you can get a relationship with God. Today, we're going to tell you exactly how to do it. How, when, and the steps. That's what our topic is today. So let me pull up our first article. It's not sermon day, it's Bible study day. When we switch to the e-bike channel, the e-bike chat keep popping up first. I don't know why. There ain't even nobody in it. All right, there we go. All righty. Uh-oh. 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 Now I didn't know that. When you open the Google chat up, you open up the Google chat, it don't open its own window. It piggybacks onto the window you on. So that's why I went out for a second. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I went out for a second. See, on the OBS, if you don't want to do screen shine, I could do screen shine. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's do screen shine. I just got to remember to turn it off. Go back to Windows Media. I call it Windows Media. All right, let's open up a new window. All right, and paste it in. Let me make sure y'all can see it on y'all screen. Come back to the OBS. I think I saw it for a second. Okay, y'all can see it. All right. And that's the wrong clip. Doggone it. You know I'm not heavy on that. I picked the wrong clip up. Hold on a sec. See, it's on the e-bike channel. See, this is why I don't like doing this, because y'all gonna be able to see everything and none of your business. Now that's the link right there. Copy link address. All right. Now close that. You got me doxing myself. Don't waste your time, because but besides Chung Lee, ain't nobody else in that chat I still talk to. So we're gonna go harass them. Go ahead and waste your time. Go ahead and waste your time. This article is called, How Can I Have a Deeper Relationship with Jesus? Thought I would share it with y'all. The relationship that Christians have with Jesus can vary greatly from person to person. Just because you have been converted, for example, become a Christian, doesn't necessarily mean you have a deep and intimate relationship with Jesus. For some Christians, a relationship with Jesus consists of praying to him and going to church on Sunday. They allow Jesus to be a sacrifice for their sins, but the relationship with him stops there. For others, Jesus is an example to follow, and they try their best to live as he did. But since Jesus is in heaven and they are here, they don't really expect to have much of a relationship with him, and therefore, in fact, do not. Such relationships with Jesus can at best be described as distant. The Bible, however, speaks about an intimate and dynamic relationship with Jesus. He is, after all, a person, not a theological concept. Not someone who once lived on the earth and now is far away, but a person who is alive and can be very near. He himself was tempted in all points just as you are, but overcame sin and death. That means he never sinned, and he came back from death. This also means that your relationship with him can be full of life, not something lifeless and stagnant, because he himself is alive. The fact that you yourself decide what relationship you want to have with Jesus, you must first choose to believe that an intimate relationship with Jesus is possible before you can enter into such a relationship. For everything, spiritually speaking, is a product of one faith. So, if you don't, would you say, Charlie, did I read the news? Did I hear about the train? No, I didn't hear about the train. Where was that? Oh. You must first choose to believe that an intimate relationship with Jesus is possible before you can enter into such a relationship. For everything, spiritually speaking, is a product of one's faith. So you got to decide what kind of relationship you want to have with Jesus. And you got to believe that it's possible, because you can't see him. It's easy to deal with somebody you see every day. You know, you got to deal with your boss every day, your coworkers every day, your neighbors. You got to deal with your landlord at the beginning of the month. You see these people. So they tend to take priority. They tend to come first. And you tend to put Jesus on the back burner. Let's continue. A relationship with Jesus is not one-sided. Jesus makes this clear when he says, if anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him. And we will come to him and make our home with him. Can we stop right there? Jesus says, if anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him. Jesus said, if you love him first, put him first, and you keep his word, God will love you. But notice what he says next. We will come to him and make our home with him. He didn't say just me. He said we. We means Jesus and God. But first, you got to love Jesus more than anything. Let him come into your life. Let him direct you and guide you. Keep his word. Do what's expected. And Jesus said, God will then love you. And him and God will come to you and make your home with you. Make a home with you. Just think that Jesus and the Father want to come and make their home with you. Is that the relationship that you want to have with him? And again, he says that he who has my commandments and keeps them, It is he who loves me, and he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him. Have you ever thought that Jesus wants to manifest, reveal himself to you? That promise is given to those who love him and keep his commandments. So it is clear that such a revelation of Jesus is to occur throughout your life as a Christian, and not just at the beginning of your Christian life. If you choose to fulfill these conditions, obey Jesus' word in your life, Jesus will become a beloved friend whom you can have fellowship with on a daily basis. He will not be far away from you, but rather lives and speaks in your heart and mind through the Holy Spirit. What? Jesus will become a beloved friend who you can have fellowship with on a daily basis. He will not be far away from you, but rather lives and speaks in your heart and your mind through the Holy Spirit. Did Jesus not say the kingdom of heaven is within you? There will be an ongoing dialogue with whom you love and follow after. He is not only your friend, but one who understands what it's like to be tempted and can therefore help you in the time of need. He is a source of wisdom and encouragement, and therefore a source of strength in the time of temptation. He is your Savior, but not only from the penalty of sin, but also from its power in your life on a daily basis. As it is written, a very present help in trouble. That's Psalms 46:1. That is how you will experience Jesus. He is able to have compassion on the weak because he has experienced human weakness himself. I always tell y'all, y'all think y'all gonna be there on Judgment Day, gonna stand in front of Jesus, and y'all gonna shuck and jive and coon him. He spent 32 years on this earth living as a human being. You're not gonna be able to shuck and jive. You're not gonna be able to make no excuses. You're not gonna use none of your rationale. It ain't gonna work. He came down here. He lived 32 years sin-free. Why can't you do your 70 years? But why can't you live like Jesus? Why can't you be like Jesus? He came down here. Started like the same way you did. Came out the womb. Had a mother and a father. Telling them what to do. Even though he had the power to take them out, he did what they told him to do. We had somebody come in here and say that Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit is the same person. People call it the Trinity. Then why does Jesus call God Father? Why does Jesus always put God first if they equal? Why does Jesus always take the second, the lower tier, if they the same? I do believe that God made Jesus first of anybody. And the reason why God trusts Jesus to handle everything is because Jesus is a part of him. Somebody that's perfect cannot deal with imperfect things. Because Jesus is in a secondary role, he can do things that God can't do. And before you say, what do you mean he can't do? Well, I can't drown everybody on the planet and say I'm perfect. I can't make the 7 plagues that happened with Moses in Egypt and say I'm perfect. I can't be leading the people through the desert and sicking snakes on them. A perfect person cannot do that. But the underling can. If you have a problem with a gang leader, the gang leader ain't coming to get you. He's going to have somebody he trusts come get you. The drug kingpin is not going to be handling the drugs and handling the money. But he got people that's going to handle the drugs and the money. I don't know how they do it where you live, but here in Baltimore, they have young men walking around with baseball bats. If the cops come bother them, it's not illegal to have a baseball bat. It's illegal to have a gun. But the kingpin ain't going to touch nothing. But he'll have men standing around. They got something in their hand in case something go down. In order to stay out of trouble with the law and be perfect, he can't touch anything. He can direct. People can come ask him advice on how to do something, but he physically cannot get involved. That's the reason why the devil and the demons are still able to walk around here and do what they can do. Somebody that's perfect will have to admit imperfection. If he took out the devil, who was once one of his chief angels. And that's why the devil was able to tell God, hey, get mad at me all you want, these people ain't gonna love you. I gave them the knowledge too soon. It ain't about you anymore to them. It's about themselves and what they want. And I'm feeding them what they want. You trying to feed them what you want them to do. I'm feeding them and reinforcing what they want to do. You can kill me if you want to. It ain't going to solve the fact that these people ain't going to love you. And a third of the angels agreed with him. Let them marinate. A third of the angels agreed with the devil and left with him. Turned it back. Jesus gives you a chance to prove what the devil said wasn't true. Saturday, we're going to look. We're going to go right into Revelations and show that even with Jesus down here leading The people that's still alive after the first battle, being taught by Jesus for 1,000 years with no interference from the devil or his demons. They still, a third of them still gonna go join with the devil and fight with him. So even with Jesus there, teaching them, a third still gonna go. The Israelites had Jesus with them for 32 years. They still put him up with a cross. In the beginning, the Israelites walking through the desert with the cloud leading them. After they got to the land of milk and honey, they told the seer to tell Jesus. Now, first they told Moses to tell Jesus, we don't want to hear from you. You got something to say, tell it to Moses, he'll talk to us. We don't want to hear you talk. Then when they got the land of milk and honey, they told the seer to tell Jesus, people want their own king. So was the devil right? Can human beings follow the will of God, or will they always follow their own will? In order for this system that's called grace to work, each individual human being must give up their will. If you're not willing to give up your will, it ain't gonna work. You can't justify, you can't trivialize, you can't work around, go under, go around. You got to turn your will over to Jesus and put him first. Not put your husband or wife first. Not put the children first. Not put your mother and father first. Not put grandma and grandpa, Uncle Lou and Aunt Betty. The lady live down the street that's nosy. The gossip hands on the job. Your boss. The police. The mayor. The president. You got to put Jesus first. If you can't do that, if you can't, how they say, give up the wheel and let Jesus take it, it's not going to work. You are not a Christian. You're not. You're phony, you fake, you're an imposter. If you don't give everything over, you can't have it both ways. Well, you know, I'm going to do good on the first part of the week. The second part of the week, I'm going to do bad. So I'm not a bad person. Well, you do bad things. Your relationship with Jesus exists in your heart, mind, and spirit. When he is the center of your affection, then he also sits on the throne of your heart. Thoughts that come into your mind begin to be brought before him with the attitude of heart. Dear Lord Jesus, is this thought pleasing in your sight? With such an attitude, your heart begins to understand what the mind of Jesus is, which is the mind of the Spirit, life and peace. You learn that some thoughts bring you life and peace, while others only bring unrest and emptiness. And this way you learn to discern between good and evil in the daily situations of life. Taught you, if you let Jesus and give him the will and let him into your heart, mind, and soul, I did a sermon a couple years ago, I don't know if y'all remember, and I talked about this very thing. I said the reason with the kids nowadays is before they do something, they don't think, will Jesus approve of this? Will God accept this before they do it? Well, they're saying it right here. Thoughts that come into your mind begin to be brought before him with the attitude of heart. Dear Lord Jesus, is this thought pleasing in your sight? Every move you make, you should be asking Jesus, is this a good move? Not just do it because you want to do it. Or don't do it because you don't want to do it. But you ask him. And wait for an answer. If you're walking with him, you will get an answer. A lot of the time, you don't like the answer. And that's why a lot of you won't ask. Because you already know the answer is not what you want to hear. So you ask, Jesus, is this thought pleasing in your sight? With such an attitude, your heart begins to understand what the mind of Jesus is, which is the mind of the spirit, life, and peace. You learn that some thoughts bring you life and peace, while other thoughts only bring unrest and emptiness. We had a sermon last week about how you're empty because you're not connected to God. How you feel that emptiness with activities, money, cars, gambling, shoplifting, violence. In this way, you learn to discern between good and evil in the daily situations of life, between what is and what is not well-pleasing in his sight. Jesus becomes your instructor and guide to a deeper life in the spirit. The relationship that you have with Jesus is also in your human spirit, where you learn to turn to him in time of stress, struggle, and temptation, away from your own thoughts and feelings. I'll stop right there. The relationship that you have with Jesus is also in your human spirit, where you learn to turn to him in times of stress, struggle, and temptation, and away from your own thoughts and feelings. Can I say that again for a third time? Where you learn to turn to him, not turn to that voice in your head that's telling you, I want to go do this. I want to go slap that person. I want to go steal that money. No. Listen to Jesus. You are a sinner. Sinner can't be the leader. You have a leader. His name is Jesus Christ. But you listen to what a fellow sinner tells you. I'm bringing you this information. But I'm no better than you. I'm a sinner. But you can go look this information up for yourself. You ain't got to take my word for it. Reach out to Jesus and experience it for yourself. You ain't got to take my word for it. I'm a sinner just like you is. And a sinner should not be leading anything. You wouldn't let a criminal run the parochial school. So why are you letting fellow sinners direct your life? The relationship you have with Jesus is also in your human spirit, where you learn to turn to him in time of stress, struggle, and temptation, away from your own thoughts and feelings. There you meet the spirit of Jesus, which is the spirit of prophecy. The prophetic spirit of Jesus speaks edification, exhortation, and comfort right to your human spirit, and you will sense that you are powerfully strengthened. As you draw closer to Jesus, the Bible words you have read and heard and spoken so many times before will suddenly become alive. Dry verses that had little meaning before will become full of power to live the life that Jesus lived. You will sense that a spirit of revelation speaks in your inner man, and you will understand the word of God in your own life very differently as a result. Faith will be born in your heart at a deeper level, which with each revelation over the word. As your faith grows, so does the power of the Spirit in your life, so that you can follow in Jesus' footsteps even more. Relationships with people are dynamic and that they often change with time and can grow deeper. So it is also with your relationship with Jesus. Just as God's mercies are new every morning, your relationship with Jesus can also be new and alive every morning. The relationship becomes deeper as your love for him increases, and as your love for your own life, for example, your own will decreases. The relationship becomes deeper as your love for Jesus increases, and your love for your own life, for an example, your will, your own will decreases. Can I read that again? Your love for Jesus and what he expects out of you becomes center of attention. And the things that you love in your life, the sinful things that you love to do, they will start to decrease. If they're not decreasing, you're not in a relationship. If you claim that you're now a Christian and you're walking with Jesus and you're still doing the same stupid stuff, how can anybody take you seriously? Why do you think Jesus and God are going to take you seriously? Jesus says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him, and he with me." He says anyone. Doesn't that include you? Maybe you became a Christian long ago, but have never really experienced an intimate relationship with Jesus. Do you sense him knocking at the door of your heart every day? Invite him into your heart, not just as a sacrifice for your sins, but as a dear and beloved friend, as Lord and Master, as one who you desire to rule and reign in your heart and life. Blessed are you if you believe Jesus' words. Open the door of your heart and invite him in as Lord and Master. If you do this, if you obey his word in your life, you will experience what it is to have Jesus alive and dwelling in your heart. You will experience an intimate relationship with the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Anybody have any questions or comments? Let me put a chat up. John Lee says, God made the heavens first. That's a matter of belief. God says Jesus does. Jesus is the master worker. Jesus is the Word, the Lamb, the light. Copy link address. . 11 steps to walk with Jesus. What does it mean to walk with Jesus? It is a phrase thrown around in many devotionals or small groups, but many of us struggle daily with how to really align our steps with his. Here are 11 verses to help us do so. 1. Begin with earnest desire. Psalm 63, 1-2 says, O God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory. Psalm 61, 1-2. Do you feel that way? Or is God an afterthought to you? Is Jesus an afterthought to you? Only think about him when you're in trouble. Our walk with Jesus to begin with a deep yearning. It has been said that each of us has a God-shaped hole in our hearts. A God-shaped hole in our hearts. That means that something ain't there. How many of you don't feel complete? You got family. You got a spouse. You got kids. You got a nice place to live. You got a good job. You got cars. Money in the bank. You still feel like something's missing. And you're always chasing something. You got a hole in your heart. You got that hole in your heart because you're not doing what you were created to do. Thank you, Sean Lee. You're not created to do all these different things. You were created to worship God and be connected to him. You're not. That's why you got a hole in your heart. Something missing. We talked about this last week. Y'all know I pick you at random. Isn't it amazing how I pick stuff at random and it always come back and do what I already told you? I love it. Power of the Holy Spirit. I love it. It has been said that each of us has a God-shaped hole in our hearts. We instinctively know that something is missing from our lives, and only Jesus' love can fill it. Recognize that your heart yearns for something beyond itself, and turn to Jesus for the answer. John 13, 34-35 says, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. By this, all people will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. Doesn't that contradict what we told today? Put it on everybody else. Get what you can get out of life. Don't let nobody hold you down, slow you down, get in your way. You do you, I'm going to do me. That's in total contradiction. How can you say you walk with Jesus? You live your life totally different than the way he did. To be somebody's follower, you must do what they do. But if somebody look at you and see that you're the opposite, why would they want to be like you? I can't take you seriously. You say you don't want to be in trouble, but every time somebody see you, you're in trouble. You run to it. Somebody should be able to watch you and know that person a follower of Jesus. That person got a connection. Everybody got somebody looking at them. I don't care where you are in life. I tell you this all the time. I don't care if you're in the rehab clinic. I don't care if you're at Alcoholics Anonymous. There's somebody there that's looking up to somebody else. Those that are clean one day are looking up to those that have been clean for a week. Those that have been cleaning for a week, looking up to somebody that been clean for a month. Somebody that been clean for a month, looking up to somebody that been clean for 6 months. Somebody been clean for 6 months is looking up for somebody that been clean for a year. Are we our brother's keeper? Yes, we are. Because no matter where you are in life, somebody looking up to you. No matter what state you in, somebody want to be where you at. Now that I've said that, when somebody look at you, what do they see? Because I told the story and I'll tell it again. I had came back from a fancy restaurant and some people was making fun of my car. Even though I went in there and blew about $300, people were making fun of my car when I came out. I pulled up to the gas station, and one of the guys from the rehab center that I used to go help out at, he came by and started looking at the car. And he was like, you know, Brother Derrick, one day I'm going to be like you. I'm like, you want to be like me? Now remember, I just been told. I mean, people were just laughing at my car. That was a joke, like I was beneath them. Even though I spent twice the money that they did in the daggone restaurant. But because they had a fancier car, they thought they were better. Well, now I got somebody from the rehab clinic, the rehab center, staring at my car. One day, I'm going to be like you. I'm going to be able to keep a job. I'm going to have me a nice car. I be seeing you with them women. I'm going to be just like you. I'm looking at him like, you want to be like me. And that's when I realized, no matter what state you at, somebody will always be above you. Somebody will always be beneath you. While you trying to get to the above, somebody trying to come above the way you is. Don't let nobody put you down. Don't let nobody tell you ain't nothing. Because no matter where you are in life, there's somebody that want to be you. It's no different than the other story I always tell you. That's in reverse. Where a lady that's only been doing crack for a couple months. And the people come for the intervention to care about her. And she tell them, go look in that refrigerator. It's a half a gallon of milk in there. It's a half a box of cereal on top of the refrigerator. God done it. They got some cookies in the cabinet. I'm not as bad as the lady down the hall. Go down there. My kids got school books. Her kids don't. Her kids ask my kids for food. You worrying about me. You need to worry about the crack addict down the hall. I can handle my crack. I can handle my addiction. But that lady is only a year from being the lady down the hall. The lady down the hall is wishing that she was where this crack addict is. This crack addict is using the lady down the hall as worse off to say, hey, I'm not as bad as she is. Even though she less than a year from being in the same spot. As long as you are separated from God, you are never whole. And because you're not whole, there's always a chance for you to go down. Because you're looking to fill that void. It's missing. Something is missing. And you try to fill that void with sinful things that might give you temporary satisfaction, but that don't last. You still wind up being in that hole. I don't care who you are. Every Christmas, especially when you were little, you couldn't wait for December 25th to get them gifts. But after the gifts and after the Christmas dinner and everybody going back to their own home and you sitting around and you go, that's all I got. All I got with this one game system, man. I waited all year for this. You start having Christmas remorse. You ever bought something, you want it so bad. You had it, you played with it for a week, and then you're like, man, I shouldn't have bought this. You do this with your life every day. And you go out here and do these things that you know God does not approve of. And you let these things separate you because you won't come home. But if somebody watch you, and trust me, somebody's watching you. Because somebody want to be where you is. I don't care if you got a tent on the beach. I don't care if you got a spot underneath the bridge. There's somebody that's in the grass that want to be at that spot under the bridge. There's somebody sleeping on the sand every day that want to be in a tent like you. Anybody that has something has the potential to be given a lot more. Somebody that can't get nothing will never get anything. And they always gonna be looking up to somebody who can. You notice you see a lot of women when they in pairs. It's a pretty one and a not so pretty one. It's a skinny one and it's a fat one. The fat one is usually more personable. The skinny one attracts the guys. But the fat one's personality can keep the guys around, and if she get lucky, she might nail one of them. Same thing with the men. One guy might be suave, have the muscles. The other guy might be nerdy, might be fat. You know, the guy that don't look good is the one that's paying for everything when they go out. But he's hoping that he can get one of the women that the guys attract, and maybe he get lucky. Somebody always want what somebody else have. You let Jesus in your life, you want what Jesus wants. You don't want what the guy next to you want. You don't want what the person down the street want. You don't want what the person on TV want. You don't want what the person on social media want. When you fill that hole, you don't have that longing. Now you long to please Jesus. You long to please God and do what he wants. You ain't worried about the stuff down here. It starts to become irrelevant. Jesus told his disciples, and by extension, each of us, to follow in his footsteps. He is to be our model for service and selflessness, and love lived out in our daily lives. We are to give love to those around us in the same way that he himself loved others. Study his word carefully to see how he did it. Then be fervent in your prayers to find ways to do so yourself. So Jesus is saying, follow in his footsteps. Be like him. When you do that, other people will know. It's something different about you. It's something special about you. And they're going to want that peace. They're going to want that light. They're going to want that joy. But they see you out there robbing, stealing, scamming. And then you tell them that you're walking with Jesus. They're going to think you crazy. You ain't fooling them. You sure as heck ain't fooling God and Jesus. You fooling yourself. Number 3, obey his commandments. John 2:3-6 says, and by this we know that we have come to know him, if we keep his commandments. Whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word in him, truly the love of God is perfected. By this we may know that we are in him. Whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. They just said what I just said. I literally ain't got to break this down. They literally just said what I just said. We ain't even got to it yet. I'm ahead of the article. Sorry, y'all. We'll keep going. Jesus commanded us to love God and love our neighbors. This will look different for every individual. But if we are not faithful to do this, then we cannot be claimed to be guided by his love and his heart. Obedience to what he has told us through his direct commands and through the Bible is the only way we can prove that we are walking with him. Obedience to who? To the government? Obedience to your boss? Obedience to your mate? Obedience to your parents? No, obedience to Jesus. We should delight in his word. Psalm 1:1-2 says, "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night." You know, reading this verse reminds me of what I used to do when I was in school. It wasn't intentional, but I was the class clown at times. Notice I said at times. I learned early on through various teachers, there's a time to make a joke. There's a time to make a comment. There's the right time, there's the wrong time. The right time will get you a laugh. Maybe somebody give you that dessert in the cafeteria. Maybe somebody give you candy bar or something, but they enjoyed it. And there's the bad. They get you punished. They get you in the principal's office. They get you suspended. Or they get you beat up at the school. As you go through the school year, you learn to pick out or decipher what works and what doesn't work. But one thing that always works, ask Jesus his thought on it first. If you ain't far enough in a relationship with Jesus to get an answer, then ask yourself, what would Jesus do? Would Jesus like me doing this? If you're not doing that, you can't say you walking with Jesus, which means you have no connection to God. If you keep thinking what I want to do, if you keep thinking what I want to do, the demons whisper in your ear. Yeah, do what you want to do. You don't answer to nobody. Do what you want to do. Go ahead and blow the school up. Go ahead. Do what you want to do. Go ahead and shoot it up. Go ahead. Do what you want to do. After the trial and everything, you can always come back. Jesus is going to be there. Go ahead and do what you want to do. I know your wife and kids home waiting for you, but go ahead and lay around with the harlot. Go ahead. It's what you want to do. You only live once. You do what you want to do. And then when you wind up with the AIDS, then you go, oh Lord, how you let this happen? What you blaming the Lord for? He didn't tell you to go lay up with that harlot. You did what you wanted to do. We could be obedient to his commands, but it is the posture of our heart that is even more important. Hold on. Say that again. We could be obedient to Jesus' commands, but it is the posture of our heart that is even more important. This was the problem that Jesus had with the clergy back in the day. They go out there and act all holy and do these long sermons and expect people to get them attention and to put money into the church for them to go spend and buy the nice robes they wear, and they walk around, act like they all good, and they ain't teaching the people nothing about how to have a relationship with Jesus. That's why Jesus didn't like them. He didn't care for them. But to keep any kind of religion, any kind of knowledge, because they didn't have Bibles then. The few that had them, it took 6 months to make a Bible. You imagine you gotta have these long scrolls, and you got the scroll, you dip the pen, T, and dip the pen, H, and dip the pen, E. You only wrote the word "thy." Imagine, the Bible is this thick. You know how many scrolls you had to have? You had to be rich to have a Bible. So they had to let the clergy, even though the clergy was corrupt, just to keep God in your mind back then. They needed them. Sometimes you have to let a certain amount of evil hang around as a reminder. I believe that's why the devil's still around. As a reminder. Who's doing what? The clergy became corrupt when it stopped being making the people and acknowledging the people and teaching the people about God and Jesus. Well, Jesus wasn't, he was there, but he wasn't a person then. He was just in a cloud. And everybody thought that he was God. And technically he is, but to keep God in everybody's mind, you needed the teachers. To have law and order, you needed to have those. And whether it was the Pharisees, the priests, clerks, monks, whatever, they at least kept God and Jesus in people's minds and kept them, how can I say it, to a certain level of decency. At least while they had them on them, even if it was only once a week that they came for a ceremony, at least that one day they thought about God. And maybe they were shamed for some of the things that they were doing. It kept it relevant. So they had to have them. But could they have done without them? Yeah. That was something better, yeah. We could be obedient to his commands, but it is the posture of our heart that is even more important. It does no good to mark items off a list if we do not truly believe that it is the right thing to do. The Pharisees were legalists. I just said that. In the best and worst sense. Instead, we should find true delight in his words and focus on them throughout our entire lives as guideposts for our actions. The Pharisees were legalists in the best and worst sense. So the Pharisees could tell you the law. The Pharisees will come down on you for breaking the law, even if they're not even following the law. You see the hypocrisy? Instead of worrying about what the preachers, the ministers, the reverends, and the priests say, go study the word for yourself and see what the word says. And then ask Jesus to help you understand what it is that you're reading. I'm able to break these verses down because I asked the Holy Spirit, what does this say as I'm reading it? And that's why I can break it down. If I can do it, why can't you do it? But you got to be tuned in. You got to be linked up. I haven't seen a verse that I haven't been able to decipher. And I'm not the one deciphering it. That's the difference. I can't stand here and say, hey, I'm this great person. I go by what the Spirit tells me. Maybe that's why I'm more raw than anybody else. Everybody else is reading what somebody told them. I get the commandments. I get the knowledge from the source. Not somebody that's been taught by this person and that person, they ain't changed this, they ain't changed that. That's why we haven't been brought down. No scandals. Nobody can look and say, hey, this guy is talking a bunch of gibberish. The few times we were challenged, we were able to answer and answer quickly. We didn't say, hold on, we got to come back. And if it's something I don't know, I'm the first one to say, let's go look. I record everywhere I go. Even if I don't feel like being bothered. You can't say you see me treat anybody bad. Even if I don't feel like being bothered. We all get that way sometimes. We don't want to be bothered. You really think I wanted to be bothered with that lady yesterday talking about she want me to get her a pair of shoes? She can go on eBay and get an eBay account just like I have an eBay account. Why does she want me to get something for her? She can do it herself. Her excuse is, well, I don't do no online shopping because somebody got my identity. So you won't do it, but you want me to do it. You want me to do something you won't do. Why do you think I want to fool with you? If you really believe that, you wouldn't want nothing. You know, I want you to go to that store, but you gotta be careful because it's junkies out there and they might rob you. And you might not be able to even make it to the store without getting mugged. I would go, but I don't go down there. But I'm gonna send you. You go down there. That way, if something happened to you, I'm all right. Really. Whenever somebody tell you to do something that they wouldn't do, that's evil. That's evil. I'm going to send you someplace that I wouldn't go. I'm going to have you do something that I wouldn't do. If something happened to you, you know, oh, well, you know, but at least I won't be caught up. Well, if you won't do it, then you shouldn't want me to do it. If you won't go there, you shouldn't want me to go there. How can you do or say things like that and say you walking with Jesus Christ? You can't. 1 John 1:7 says, but if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another. And the blood of Jesus, his son, cleanses us from all sin. We can choose to walk down our own paths, but that often leads to dark and sinful places. Walking in Jesus' light is the only way to ensure that we are not placing ourselves in harm's way, and that we will have the best chance of withstanding temptation. When you go down your own path, when you try to forcefully use your will and ignore what Jesus and God intended for you, it always leads to trouble. But finding out what they want you to do, following the path, the direction they want you to go in, that's the best chance of withstanding temptation. I can tell you, years ago, when a woman would hug me, I would get turned on. You look on the video, lady hugged me yesterday. I ain't flinch. I didn't flinch. And she hugged me, I didn't hug her back. You know why? I got magic fingers. I started touching somebody's clothes start coming off. I made sure I didn't hug her back. I keep my hands to myself. I know what they could do. We got to learn to let Jesus control us and what we do. And then we change. That hole that's in our heart gets filled up. We're not longing. It took for me to lose everything to realize it. These past, how many months have been? These past almost 10 months, I thought about all the things I was missing out on. And I realized these just things. They're just things. And the one thing I'm learning is, as you get more things, you start to lose things. But I'm not going to lose my connection with Jesus Christ. The food stipend program. Y'all better watch your backs. Because starting next month, ooh, child, except for the 14 states out of the 50 that's going to extend until March. This was the last month for all the people that's getting the food stipend that wasn't already on it. You got a lot of people that lost their job during the pandemic. A lot of people that's working jobs, they're only paying them half what they was making before the pandemic. You got a lot of people. It's going to be hungry. I'm just one person, and I was getting almost 300. Family of 4 would get like 5. You take $500 a month out of a family, you're going to be starving. It's about to get bad out here. People ain't even paying attention. People that used to be able to get $300, $400, $500, $600 and get food with it, with the inflation, with the high prices, stuff gonna hit the floor. People gonna be shoplifting. They're gonna be doing robberies. It's gonna be, stuff is coming. And they waited to the last minute because there was a hearing. There was a hearing in Congress in December before Christmas. And they decided to cut the program. But they didn't say nothing about it until this month. So a lot of people getting blindsided. People that were depending on that. What's going to happen when that money gone? People going to have to start scrimping and scraping, trying to decide whether or not they're going to pay the rent or get some food, whether they're going to pay the light bill or get some food. How many people are going to have to sell that car? Taking borders, putting their young kids at risk. Letting these crazy people live with them down where they are, just to get some extra money. One thing you can count on: God will never give you more than you can handle. But people who don't know that gonna act a fool, and the crime gonna go up. That means more police. Somebody from out of town once told me, I've been in New York City. I've been down south. I've been to Chicago. I ain't never seen more police than I have in Baltimore City. I'm driving around here for the first time, and I've seen more police cars than any other city I've been in. Is your city like that? Well, you about to have some more. This program been going on since 2020, 3 years, and it's dropping. People been depending on their money for a long time. Yeah, you said BD Magic Fingers. Mom used to say that all the time. Times are coming. But no, if you're walking with Jesus, you won't be given any more than you can handle. When I was thrown off that bike, and I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't fall because I wasn't paying attention or I wasn't alert. But even getting slammed on my face, I got back up, fixed the bike, got back on it, and rode on. Most people would have been in the hospital. Most people would have had their bike stolen. It wasn't more than I could handle. Remember I told you that Bessie was sitting here by the door for 2 days. Don't you think in those 2 days I had everything ready on the bike? We didn't even get 20 feet from the front door and the chain came off the bike. 20 feet. Luckily, we didn't hit the road. We were still on the sidewalk. I was able to put the chain on there, no big deal. The trip before that, how the new phone didn't get run over, I don't know. But there was a bread truck behind me. How he didn't run the phone over, I don't know. But I had to stop, pull off the road on a busy street, and go out there and pretty much reach under a big truck and hope that the guy ain't let go of the brake and run me over. But we handled it. Because God won't give you more than what you can handle. If you got faith in that, can't nothing stop you. I've gone from wondering, will I have enough money to eat with what I had after I paid my bills? The Spirit led me to YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would have suffered. How could somebody who looks like me, a nobody, how come my first roast video do 1,600 views and I never had been on YouTube at all? Some people say, well, you're a long way from there now, but I don't need the help that I was getting. But whenever I was in need, God made sure somebody came through. Some people say I'm arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm not cocky. I'm just confident. I'm worried of the evil that surrounds me. And I try to be an example. I don't have to ride that bike. I got my mobility scooter right there. I want to be an example. But you don't have to sit around. You can get up and move. You can be an example to get other people to get up and move. But I know God won't give me nothing I can't handle. It's always something. But it's okay. I got a big day tomorrow. There was a flood. I don't know if it was on the second floor or the third floor, but I know I got the video where y'all see me coming and I'm coming by the mailboxes and there's a puddle in the middle of the floor. There was a flood that happened and it damaged the electrical. It also damaged the elevator. We've only had one of the two elevators working. So they're going to fix that tomorrow. And they let us know yesterday that the power is going to be out from 8 o'clock in the morning. They say it could take 10 to 12 hours. What are we supposed to do for 10 to 12 hours without no electricity? What did the people in the biblical days do with no electricity? What did the Indians do with no electricity? What did some of the people in Haiti and some of the people in Africa do without, and Samoa do without electricity? Yeah, it's a nuisance. It's an annoyance. It's not nothing more than I can handle. We got power banks. Matter of fact, it's 3 of them on the bike, and it's one right here in my hand. I want to make sure they all charged up. We got plenty of power. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So that means I'm going to take a shower in the dark. And I got the windows covered because of the projector, but luckily I got a door. I didn't have a door before where I lived, so I can open the door up and hopefully it's supposed to rain tomorrow, of course. So ain't gonna be much sunlight, but it'll be enough light for me to get dressed. And I don't know if I'm gonna do a live stream on the way to the hospital. I'll probably do it on the way back. But I got to ride to the Fall Hospital because I had a doctor's appointment I didn't know about, and I could skip it, but at least as electricity gonna be at the hospital, so shouldn't I go hang out at the hospital for a while? Maybe go to the cafeteria and hang out. Maybe go hang out in the lounge. Maybe go hang out in the little church they got there. Maybe it's at 1 o'clock. Maybe I should go early and just hang out there. Y'all know that we went to the market and I spent $100 on food. I'm gonna put the perishable stuff in the freezer and hope it freezes. And hopefully it stay frozen those 10 to 12 hours. Luckily, I didn't get no milk. I didn't get any dairy products. I think we got some cheese in there, but it's not a lot. I'll probably throw it away. I'll probably throw away the, well, I'll see if I can put it in the freezer. The, what do you call it? The, what you call them? The salad dressing that I got to go with the shrimp and tuna that I boil and strain. Maybe I can put that in the freezer. But like I said, it's always gonna be something. They said in the flyer that the community room is gonna be open. Last thing I want to do is go sit around a bunch of whining people. But you know what? I'm sure the devil hoping I go there and make a connection. He can tack some evil on to me. I ain't falling for it. But that's what he wants. It's the same thing when the power was out last time. They had the same thing when we had the fire. Hey, come on out to the community room. I don't want to commune. You don't commune where you live. You want to do something, you go somebody else and do it. So you come home to peace with no drama. That's how I was raised. You want to do something, go somebody else and do it. Don't bring that home. People go out on the weekend and at the food. Then they come back home to peace and quiet and solitude. They don't bring that home with them. That's why I nod, say a nice word, and keep moving. Because see, if trouble waiting for you, and you at a place where you don't live, reside, when you come home, ain't nothing waiting for you. Because ain't nothing worse than you going out and having a busy day, a tiring day, and you come home and trouble waiting on you. You're like, Don, I just left trouble, man. Now I'm home, I can't relax. I got to deal with the trouble here. Some would say that's antisocial. No, it ain't. When they were trying to say we didn't pay the rent for June, and then we proved we did, and then they had the rent, but he didn't pay December, and we proved we did. The lady asked me, she said, why ain't you concerned? I said, well, I can pay the rent 3 times in 1 month and not blink. But I had proof that I did everything. It's on video. I had proof. I wasn't worried. And she gave me a funny look. And I told her, I said, ask the lady that signed the lease. There was 4 pages that talked about domestic violence is not tolerated. I asked her, why do I got to sign this stuff? I'm not going to have no company. There ain't going to be no domestic violence because I ain't going to have nobody in here. She didn't believe me. Yes, she will. You have all kind of women coming in. That's what everybody else do. That's what everybody else do. I ain't everybody else. Don't put me with somebody. I'm different. And I know you sense that. Not that I'm better. I'm just different. I dragged that fat cat down them stairs and was only down there for 20 minutes. And then dragged her back up the stairs. 24 different sets of stairs. Because I didn't want to sit down there listening to people moan and groan. Last time the power was out, I didn't go down. It went out at 10 o'clock, I think, in the morning. I didn't go downstairs to charge up until like 8 or 9 o'clock. They were like, hey, we got some food in here, don't want it. We got some free water here, don't want it. No, thank you. Not to be antisocial. I only take what I need. I needed electricity. And just when everything was charged up and I was about to come back upstairs, guess what? The power came back on. So basically, I went down there for nothing. So we hit the fire. I went downstairs for nothing. I ain't had to go nowhere. The power was out. I went downstairs. Wasn't even down there 40 minutes. Right back upstairs. The fire alarm came on. Every time you go downstairs, take the stairwell. I look out the peephole. I see young people going up and down the hallway. I went and sat down and started fussing. Everything going on 4 a.m. there on fire. I don't see no fire trucks. I don't smell nothing. People out there going down the hallway. What the hell? I'm thinking somebody hit that and expect people to run downstairs and won't try and rob them or something. But see, you fooled me the first time. You wasn't going to fool me the second time. Until I know for sure. God don't give you more than what you can handle. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them." Jesus is our source of life, and he's also the source of the plans that God has for our lives. When we give our lives to Christ, we implicitly acknowledge that God has a purpose for us, and we will yield our will to his. God has a purpose for us, and we yield our will to his. You've been hearing me say it for months. There it is. Somebody else saying it. Will you listen? We determine that our steps will be guided by Jesus, and we can believe that he will always walk with us. Colossians 2:6 says, "Therefore, as you receive Christ Jesus the Lord, so walk in him." As soon as we become believers, Jesus begins to walk alongside us. This is obedience in its simplest form. Walk with Jesus wherever he leads. He calls his disciples by saying, "Follow me." He is saying the same thing to you. Psalms 119:132 says, "Turn to me and be gracious to me, as is your way with those who love your name." As we walk with him, our love for him will grow. A growing love for God is a sure sign that you are modeling your life after his precepts and growing closer to his heart. Be deliberate in the way you seek him out. If we are faithful to follow him, he will always make himself known. Seek him wholeheartedly and believe that you will find him. Deuteronomy, or we used to say back in the day, Deuteronomy. Forgive me for that. Deuteronomy 4:29 says, But from there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him, if you search after him with all your heart and with all your soul." Moses stated several times that the Hebrews should seek after God with every part of their being, with what they said and did, body or strength, with their thoughts, mind, with their emotions, heart, and with the deepest parts of themselves, soul. When we seek Jesus out with this kind of single-minded attention, we can have every assurance that we will find him. 10. See the example and follow it. 1 Peter says, "For this to you have been called." For to this you have been called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example so that you might follow in his steps. Some people are called to teach. Some people are called to play basketball. Some people are called to sing. But few are chosen. Every person that's chosen, there are thousands who will never be chosen. Every person that sells 1 million records, there are thousands who can't sell 50. But when it comes to having a connection with God, we all have been chosen. But will we do what it takes to be accepted? See, a lot of people use the excuse, well, God loves you. Well, Jesus loves you. Well, they call you. It might be something as simple as you on the bus and somebody sitting next to you and start talking to you. It might be something as simple as somebody with a megaphone on the corner talking to you. It might be simple as you out somewhere and somebody pull you up and start talking to you. That's a calling. But in order for that to happen, somebody must have got a calling before you. And that calling was to reach out to you. But will you hear? Will you listen? I don't want to talk to Jesus. Get away from me, you crazy fool. Man, I don't know you. If that's your attitude, if that's what you do when you get that call, you can never say you were chosen. Because you turned down the call. You ignored the call. You ran from the call. I used to trip me out when every Saturday morning the Jehovah's Witnesses would come through the neighborhood and the people would close the blinds. They would turn the music up or turn everything off and they went home. And you would say to yourself, well, why are people scared of these nicely dressed people? I used to wonder that as a child. So one day, an old man told me, I don't want to be bothered. They want to talk about God. I don't hear all that mess. And I said, I thought you told me that God was great. Yeah, but I don't want to hear about it. They're going to tell me I'm going to stop smoking. I can't have my liquor. And I was like, and I said, if God is great, are those things greater than him? And the old man gave me a look and didn't answer and just walked away. That's what I realized. People love that sin more than they could ever love God or Jesus. And until they hit that rock bottom, they're going to always choose their sin. They will always choose the sin. Because the sin is a fast rush. It's easy to get that rush than it is to do what it takes to walk with Jesus. It's easier. It's easier to act the fool. It's easier to do your drugs. It's easier to do these activities. It's easier. The problem is it don't fill that hole in their heart. They always long. They always need more. You can't take one pill and be done. You can't take one shot and be done. You can't take one drink and be done. Because your body get used to it. And they need more. And more. And the hole's still there. The problem's still there. And you keep trying to fill it. Fill it. Fill it. It never fills up. And one day, you OD. And you pass out. You get up and say, hey, all right, I got to stop doing this. Now you ready to come find Jesus and God. A lot of times it's too late. As far as your health, it ain't too late as far as your spirit. Health-wise, it's too late for me. It ain't too late for me spiritually. The whole reason Jesus calls us to follow him is so that we can take his example to heart. He lived the only sinless human life, and although we will never reach that kind of perfection, We are instructed to give our best effort to this cause, surrendering everything to His grace and choosing His plans over ours. That's going to be the hard part. You know that walking with Jesus grants us the desire of our hearts. John 15:7 says, if you abide in me and my words, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. Jesus is not our fairy godmother here to grant our wishes, but we will receive whatever we ask of Him if we faithfully walk with Him. The trick to understanding that mystery is this: as we grow closer to Him, our wants and desires will align more closely with His. When this happens, we are really asking for what Jesus wants, and He will always answer those yearnings. That's a great way to end this. See, people take ask whatever you wish and it'll be done for you. And people start to think that, well, you know, Jesus is an ATM. I want cash, cars, money, and fame. Well, what does Jesus want for you? I don't care. I want cash, car, money, fame, and women. That's what I want. I want to be famous. I want everybody to want to be me. I'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I'll sell my soul. Sad part is that people say that to be funny, but it's the truth. You really sell your soul. You sell out. You sell Jesus and God out to get these worldly things, these things that can't help you continue on. You sell out. But from what we know down here on earth, nobody likes to sell out. Nobody wants to sell out. So why do you think Jesus and God won't accept you into the new world? The most evilest people will kill a sellout. Don't want nothing to do with them. What do you think Jesus and God want you up there with them for? Stop selling Jesus and God out. Put Jesus first so you can get to God. Put Jesus first. And I'm always telling you to get a relationship with Jesus. And I hope that this will encourage you to do so. I'm Minister BROTHADERRICK, and that was our sermon today. Close that one, this media up, and alrighty, y'all. Let me check the chat real quick. Anybody say anything? She said, you need insurance for your stuff, BD. She said, it's cheap. She said, you have fire and floods there. Yeah, and she'll be right back. She said, good sermon, BD. Well, thank you, Sean. Y'all wish me luck, because I sure hope I don't get hit tomorrow. But I got faith that we're going to make it out there and make it back. We haven't been out to the Fall Hospital in a while. We haven't had to ride out there since, man, what, last summer? It's been a while. Like I said, it's not enough time. It wasn't enough time to get a ride. I got to give 3 business days notice. So if they would have told me Monday or even Tuesday, I haven't been able to get transportation out there. So we're going to have to ride the bike. I could take a cab out there, but I don't want to get stuck out there. To me, that's worse. I got the bike. I can go when I want to go. Not when somebody decide they want to come pick me up. So, I personally. Now, like I said, I could cancel the appointment, but then I'd be sitting here all day without no power. I could be out doing something. I'm hoping that they do what they have a tendency to do. I'm hoping it's what they do. I'm hoping that they say it's going to be tomorrow, but it ain't. Because I ain't going to lie to you. I don't feel like going to that appointment anyway, but I will if it'll get me out the house. But, I got the refund for the kitty litter. And I emptied out, I don't know if it was the top part or the bottom part, but I put a face mask on, and I did it the last time I cleaned out her little box, and I almost choked to death. But I cleaned it out yesterday. Had the same face mask on. I cleaned it out yesterday, and that new kitty, it's the same kitty litter. It's just, I don't know if it's the middle of the bag or whatever, but it wasn't as bad. I didn't get choked out. And actually, normally when she come out the litter box, I smell it on her. I haven't smelled it. So I don't know what's going on. Was that something supernatural or something? It was like, well, he got the refund now, so he can go ahead and let it go. I don't know what it was, but for some reason, it ain't bothering me. It's been bothering me for a week. Today, it didn't bother me at all. It was really weird. Really weird. But we'll leave that to God to the sign. I haven't heard back from the lady that sent me the projector with the messed up lens. I ain't heard from the other person that sent the projector. But I took the refund and I bought this. Let me open up another window here. Hold on a sec. Let me open up Windows Media and close myself. I am closed out. Okay, cool. Open up a new window, please. If you want to watch YouTube with no commercials, get the Brave browser. I don't know why I went to YouTube. What the hell? And y'all remember that we saw the ad. There's another ad. They want $23 for that one. Jesus. But anyway, they said they said that they tested it, that it's working. It don't have a battery cover. Well, I got a remote here that don't work, and guess what? It got a battery cover. So it not having a battery cover wasn't a big deal for me. They only wanted first it was $9.99 when I showed it to y'all, but because I looked at it, they sent me an offer. They sent me an offer. And so I got it. And of course, they ain't shipped it yet. 2 days, ain't shipped nothing. Soon as I got off the show with y'all. Soon as I got off the show with y'all, as soon as I got off the show with y'all, they accepted my offer. I was just joking, but they accepted it. So I went on and got it. So y'all can see, it's the exact same remote. So this doesn't have a back cover. They say it works. So we went on and got it. Now, $10 is cheap. So y'all see right there, I only paid $9.11, $9.66 for tax. So now this was the kitty litter that I supposed to got. This is what I ordered. Y'all see that says 25 pounds. And you see it's fragrance free. It's fragrance free. Now, the reason I got the remote, I didn't realize it. Let me see if it show up. Let me see if it show up. Now, this is the kitty litter that was killing me. Y'all see, it's cheap. I'm trying to see if it show up. Of course it won't show up. So it's not showing up, huh? Give me 1 second, y'all. Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway. Give me 1 second here. Let me play something for y'all. I'll run to the bathroom real quick and get the name of that kitty litter so I can show y'all. You know, for those of y'all that care. If not, I'll see y'all next time. It's not 12 o'clock yet.
Yo, this BROTHADERRICK one-man show coming at you with a remix. I know this is something you can get with. We all want cash. We all want to be wealthy. Here comes my intro. Yo, when it comes to women, I'm selfish. I don't want to share them. I want to be rich so I can own a harem. Most brothers can't satisfy one. Shucks, give me 5 and I'll make them all come. Shoot, give me 6 or 7 and I'll be in heaven. But ain't nobody in this world want to give me nothing. To get something, you have to earn it or take it. The ends justify the means, so take it any way you can get it. Don't sweat how, just get it. I want to die in Baltimore, but not poor. I want to be chilling with my minions on the eastern shore or the suburbs of DC. Yo, nod your head if you're feeling me. I don't want an apartment or brand new home. I want 5 acres so my seed can roam the prairie. And I can have parties and mad cookouts. See, that's what I'm talking about. Some say I'm never satisfied, that's you, but you can always be better. So realize, wake up and smell the coffee. I'm getting that man joke off me. I refuse to label all my life and I broke. That's not a joke, but that's the lifestyle of my black folks. Unless you got talent, and that's no guarantee. You got to have smart, a lot of heart, and that describes me. Yo, I want to make $1 million, have money spending, God willing, I'm going to make it. And no man, no government or army is ever going to take it. Yo, I ain't trying to front. Money is what I want. I want to be rich, so when I come outside, I see oak trees, 9 bottles, bums, and bags of debris. Yo, I need to make $1 million. I know y'all feeling it. Yo, if you ain't down, you can't get with this. Check out this hit, check out the rounds I spit. I'm setting it off, doing my own thing, blasting off. I'm my own boss, I want to make $1 million and be filthy rich. I want gold, I want to roll, but I'm not willing to sell my soul. I can't throw a football, I'm possessed the hype to dunk. Can't box like Tyson, but I ain't no punk. I want to be iced down, surrounded by girls. I want to tame the world. Be a community activist on a nationwide level. How I fight to keep me out of trouble because it follows me wherever I go. Because when a road goes, I will try to slow down. I'd rather reach out for the stars I want it all. A mansion, a business, and fancy cars. One for each day of the week with the tinted windows so you hoes and bros can't peep. And who I'm riding with, I'll be sitting off the cops. I be talking making faces. The Alps and Jamaica be the places I visit for vacation. I want a maid and a butler to be my personal slave. And I will be for those who need help. When I get rich, I won't keep it all to myself. Yo, I need to make $1 million, have money spending, God willing, I'm gonna make it, and no man, no governor on me will ever take it. Yo, I ain't trying to front, money is what I want. I'm trying to get rich, yo. When I come outside, I want to see oak trees, not bottles, bumps, and bags of debris. Yo, I need to make $1 million. Yo, I want to be rich so I can hit every bit in the lane. I want to find a cure for AIDS so I can stay laid. I was want to stay paid, but I want to be wealthy with my financial wealth. I want to be buried in a tomb near a lagoon or pond. I wish I had a magic wand, and with one wave, my troubles would be gone. And all close to me, whatever shed a tear. 1970 was a good year, I know because that's the year I was born. My mom's name is Dark, which is the device that drove all our money makers. That wasn't that nice, so I was destined to have cash right from the start. And when my mom died, you know it broke my heart, cause I was barely paying the rent. So now my time is spent plotting, scheming, and dreaming of hitting it big, one plan for another. So for me, my family, and my mother, yo, I need to make $1 million. That's what I'm talking about, yo. I ain't trying to die broke. You know what I'm saying? So check it out, yo. I need to make $1 million, have money spending, God willing, I'm gonna make it, and no man, no army or government is ever gonna take it. Yo, I ain't trying to front. Money is what I want. I wanna be rich, so when I come outside, I can see oak trees, not bottles, bums, and bags of debris. You know what I'm saying? That city like, yo, I need to make $1 million. I don't wanna die poor in Baltimore.
There it is.
I want a mansion on the eastern shore or Ocean City. Have me a nice beach house so I can find everyone over and we can get down. Pound for pound, I'll take francs, pesos, whatever. I just need $1 million. BROTHADERRICK with a one-man show with a remix. I'm gonna let this play out. You want to back the camera, let you nod your head to this. I'm out.
Say what you want to say. I'm getting down on that keyboard. Make fun of me all you want. All right, y'all. This is what they sent. Oh, it's fragrance free. Okay, well, this might be. This is what they sent. The little 7-pound bag. I showed y'all the 20-pound bag. That's a 7-pound bag. That's what they sent. But I got a refund for it, and we got to keep the bag, so I think that worked out pretty good. That's why I went on and got the remote. Y'all can see that it's fragrance free. And that's what I had ordered. I had ordered fragrance free. And while we here, so I can get Davey set up for the next time, it's not even asking me. It's supposed to ask you. Well, let's scroll down and take a look. $14.98, 15. See, this went up. I don't know why. The prices went up on it. The prices went up on that kitty litter. So let me hit it real quick. And then we'll scroll down. Now, here we go. This is what I had got, the premium. You see it's only $6.98. 25-pound bag. Now I showed y'all in the last video, I showed y'all the bag is half empty. But like I say, 25 pounds, but this is the fresh scent. I can't do that fresh scent. Now they say 99% stuff there, they're gonna lie. Soon as you start scooping that, soon as you move it, the dust just come up. But when I cleaned out the litter box yesterday, for some reason, after I got the refund, I poured out what was in there and put fresh kitty litter in there. And when I went to go get the droppings, because I try to go, as soon as I see I go in there, I try to go in there. I don't like for it to build up because you have to be there longer. And normally the cloud of dust come up there and just take over everything. I mean, it's all the way in the bathroom. You could be on the balcony and you're like, ah. So I don't know what happened, but don't buy this. Don't buy this. If you got a weak heart, don't buy that. That stuff will kill you. I'm dead serious. I can't deal with it. Now, of course, the red bag won't show up. But I already showed it to y'all, but the red bag won't show up. Oh, yeah. I'm really upset. I found out something today that I'm not happy about. I've been trying to get this since last fall at a decent price. I'm really upset that now I can get a pair. I'm really upset about this, y'all. And of course, it's in the middle of the month after I cleared off most of the money on the card. I mean, I still got money, but I'm going to have to go and load the Cash App up. Sean Lee, you don't get a kick out of this. As much time as we spend looking, look. Somebody actually got a pair of Baltimore Raven boots. You believe this? The winter almost over. You remember when I was looking at these months ago? In the cellar right here in Maryland. So after I get down at the hospital, I'm going to go load. But take a look at the price. I don't know what's going on, and I don't care. They only asking $20 and $10.45 to ship it with. So they're asking $30.45, and they in Joppa, Maryland. Joppa, Maryland. That's about 20 miles from where I am right now, if that. Actually, no, they said just Joppa. No, I'm thinking of is that like Joppa Road is a long road. It can still be in the county. It might be 5 miles away or less. I can make it to Joppa Road on my bike, but I don't know what part of Joppa they're talking about. Because it could be a Joppa, actually, it could be a little city of Joppa. I had to get more information. But I know Joppa Road isn't that far from here. That day when Nia asked me to ride out to Thompson Town Center, to go out York Road. Remember that video? When I made that turn at the mall and started coming back, we was out there by Joppa Road. So y'all remember that video? But yeah, that's some bad mama jammas. They look a lot better on the computer than the phone. Heck yeah, I'm definitely getting these boys tomorrow. If somebody don't buy them first. If it wasn't raining, trust me, I'd have been out there. If it was not raining, I would have went out there. So if somebody give them, they get them. But God done it. I'm buying them boys tomorrow. Look at that. That's a bad mama jammas. I'm sorry. Them boys is hot. I'm sorry. Like, that would complete my look. I don't know. Can you wear shorts with boots? I've been wanting a pair of these since last fall. So they some bad. That will complete my look. And as I start getting ready for the spring, we're gonna get 5 t-shirts. We're gonna see if they make cargo shorts. What I might have to do is start getting I might have to start getting the what do you call them things? Them patches, them decals. You know the things that you iron on? I might have to get some of them and buy some shorts. And y'all see the colors. You got purple, black, yellow, and white. So I might just get those colors. If I go out every other day, that's 4 days out the week. Every other day is 4 days. So we're going to need 4. And we're going to need five or 6 shirts. They look more to shirts than your shorts. Because actually, you could probably get away with like 3 pairs of shorts. And people wouldn't notice. As long as you ain't wearing them the same day twice. But, that's nice right there. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna try in front. That's nice right there. I know some of y'all are gonna say you and that Baltimore Ravens stuff. But let me do something. Let me go ahead and start my shopping now. There's a shirt. That's long sleeve. There's a shirt. There's a shirt. That's why y'all see they are expensive. Oh, I like that. There's a shirt. There's a shirt. So we already know we're gonna be spending $40 just on shirts. We're gonna be spending $40 just on shirts. Ain't no getting around that. Whoa, that's only $10? It must be used. I got a washing machine. I don't care about used. I ain't got no problem washing something. It's only $10. Shoot, I'll rock it. See, that's gonna be easy to get. But no exact matches found. See, you can't find shorts. Hey man, let's not give up. Nope, can't find no shorts. So we just had to get some regular cargo shorts. Yeah, I ain't seen the pair. Wait a minute, there go. Nah, I can't wear that. Let me see. No, I can't wear that. Go back up top. Let's do this. So let's take out Baltimore Ravens. And let's put in men's cargo shorts. I gotta have cargo. I need them extra pockets. I'm a YouTuber. I need pockets. I could do 46 or 48. Let's do 48. Price lowest. It's already there. Okay. YouTube knows me. I mean, eBay knows me. Then the auction. See, I like to have those pockets. You know, the wasp spray go on the right, and the knife go into the side pocket, and then over here, the if I have anything, like you know, the envelope for the rent, or like the tobacco pouches, go on that side. But when I have to go in somewhere, since we carry 3 phones, one I put on a cart, but the other 2 I squeeze into the hoodie or the coat pocket. I can put one in each pocket. Have them right there. So but $12. That's 7 and 5 is 12. That's 12 something too. Ew, that's nerdy. Nah, you wanna get that? That's too churchy. No, these too churchy. I like the jean or the canvas. These ain't too bad. $12.99 for $3.80, but $9.65 shipping. So that's $13. Not bad. That's not bad. So at least I know its size. It is clothes out here for me. That's good to know. They look like underwear right there. So, all right, well, let me stop. We're going to be getting our wardrobe together. Let's back out of here. Supposed to be a sermon. I'm always shopping. Because God is good. If you serve him, he is good. Now, we got the remote for this projector. I won't buy a projector if it ain't got a remote. Now, we only paid $45 for this projector. So, now with the remote, we spent $55. Now, you see, there's one for 44, one for 54, one for 44. And you can see, they had a remote. Well, remote, I won't fool with it. Now you see how big the lens is. It's a wide angle lens because it's short throw. So like I say, I bought it because it came with a remote. So right now it's in the closet. See, I need to get to this screen so I can set it up. That's why it's in the closet. I can't set it up because the remote, it only, the power button work and this little keystone button right here. That's the only thing on it work. And like I said, the menu, the first time I turned it on, the menu worked and then it didn't work anymore. So that's why I said it need a remote. So we'll get the remote and then we'll get it set up. Like I said, we'll get the remote. So I see I'm going to file a claim on them. I really don't need it. And what did I pay? I paid $6 for it. I'm going to have to come after them. All right, so, okay, we're not going to do that while I'm live. But I'm going to have to come after them. I mean, it's only $6. I ain't going to sweat it. It's only $6. This is the one that had the messed up lens on it. No, yeah. No, yeah, it's the one that has the messed up lens on it. This is the one we're using right now. I paid $60 for it. Oh, it's not showing up anymore? It ain't showing up anymore? Oh, you gotta hit it again? And like I say, the only problem with this projector is that the room, my place ain't big enough for it. That's not the fault of the seller. That's my fault for not knowing about throw distance ratios. I know about it now. I didn't know about throw distance ratios. So whose fault is that? That's my fault. I didn't know about throw distance ratios. Now I moved it a couple times. I actually had it back there on the bed in the wall right there. Then I realized it's only this much difference between where I had it on the bed. It's only that much difference. And I was like, why don't you just sit it on the stand that you bought it for and just have it up? And I noticed I have to keep it low. The cheap Chinese one, you had to have it up. And then you had to aim it up or prop it up. But I had to actually take apart the stand and make it as small as I could just so I could get it. That's why I said it's supposed to go back and just, but anyway. But no 4D keystoning. That's the difference. No 4D keystoning. Before you buy a projector, make sure if you're not going to have it in the center of the screen, you got to get 4D keystoning. Because I guarantee you, if you go on YouTube and watch video projector videos, you will notice that the left side of the screen, well, that would be left to y'all, I think. The left side of the screen, this is the right, so this is the left. It's going to be inverted. The right side of the screen will be like this, and then this side of the screen will be like this. It's inverted. Now, the 4D keystoning lets you make everything straight across, down, and a rectangle. You pull this side in, pull that side in, pull this side in, pull that side in, towards a perfect rectangle. If you ain't doing that, you're going to have a messed up screen. Wait a minute. Somebody sent me something on the boots. I tried to buy them, but you just can't buy stuff anymore. eBay, go ahead and take the money right off your card. You just can't buy it anymore. So they want me to buy it now, so they take the money right off your card, and they let you know ain't no money on the card. They let you know. You know what? I'm gonna try and buy it anyway. Buy it now. I'm gonna see if they let me buy it, even though the money ain't on the card. So it'd be $30.65 with tax. Confirmed. You don't come back and say it ain't enough money. I think it's only $2 on the card. Your card does not have sufficient funds. I told you I was gonna be back. I tried. Now y'all know I got enough to buy 15 of them. But the money not on the card. I hit this thing 3 times. I want to do his job. That is. So, if somebody get it before tomorrow, it is what it is. Somebody get it before tomorrow, it is what it is. Wasn't meant to be. But they some bad mama jamas. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some bad mama jamas. They are some bad mama jamas. I ain't gonna try and front. But yeah, that's why I say I'm sitting here with y'all. I need to go start getting ready for tomorrow. Like I say, the power supposed to be off by 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna get this power bank charged up. And I got the 2 ones that we carry on the bike that be on the left hand side, the 2 10,000 milliamp ones. I got them charging. And then I got the 20,000. So the one on the right is more powerful than the 2. This is a 10,000 milliamp too. So the one on the right, and it's about this long and it's about this thick, but it's the size of, it has the power of 2 of these. So we're gonna have them charged up. So we're gonna have enough juice for the bike ride tomorrow if I go. And we're gonna, if I had to sit there and watch you know, I got my apps. I got my Netflix apps and my Hula Hoop apps, and you know, if I gotta do that and watch YouTube on the if that's what I gotta do, is what I gotta do. They said 10 hours. What I should do is stay up all night and sleep all day. What do y'all think? Should I stay up all night and sleep all day? Would that be a way to do it? Stay up all night and then sleep all day. Would that be the way to handle it? The appointment is for the heart failure clinic. All they do is weigh me and ask me some dumb questions and take my sugar reading and take some blood. And like I say, it's supposed to rain all the way up until my appointment. It couldn't stop at 12. They supposed to stop. I'm already gonna be in there checking in when the rain supposed to stop. That's crazy. But the weather is good. We've been in the 50s and 60s. It's February. It's supposed to be like 10 degrees. Y'all talk about some global warming. Whatever they doing over there in Ukraine, boy, it's messing with the atmosphere because it's crazy. But there, this kind of weather, something going on. That's the doggone truth. It's something going on out there. Sorry, y'all, it's getting late. I'm going to go watch me some TV. I'm probably gonna start that miniseries Sean was talking about called You. I'll probably start watching that tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta decide. I'm not gonna I didn't thaw a chicken, but I got did I take the steaks out? It's 2 4-packs. Wait a minute. And I ate 2 last night. Okay, so it's a 2-pack in the refrigerator. So I'll make them steaks and probably make the since we're gonna throw the cheese out, I might go ahead and make the rice and just put the cheese in there so I can use it for a bowl. And I'm wondering if I should just try and stay up all night and enjoy the electricity and then go to sleep and hopefully wake up and it's back on. Nah, it ain't gonna work. What do y'all think? I don't think that's gonna work. But we still need to go to the store tomorrow. I need to put the money on the card. And I'm getting around that. That's the only thing. That's the only thing about shifting the money off the card. For some reason, as soon as it get low, that's when the deals come. I don't understand it. When the deals come, that's when deals don't come until the money get low. Just like I said, I didn't realize it, but that kitty litter is fragrance free, which is what I wanted. Even though I bought a 25-pound bag, not a 7-pound bag, but baby can use that for the rest of the month. But now the old kitty litter that was killing me, it ain't been killing me since we got that bag. Since we got the refund for it, it ain't been killing me. So we will see. That's why I said because I can still order her kitty litter too. But since I just realized that bag is free, I didn't know it was fragrance free. And apparently the seller didn't know either. It's fragrance free. So it don't have that cloudy that crap in there. So, but like I said, that yellow bag, man, that thing was killing me. I don't know why it ain't killing me now. I'm talking about, I don't know what. And like I said, for some reason, the cat was staying in the litter box for 8 or 9 hours, just in there. And you hear in there every once in a while scratching, throwing it around, and then the cloud will come out the bathroom and come around and choke the hell out of me. But she's been on the bed for the past 2 days. I find that strange. I just find that strange. So now that it's not bothering me now, all of a sudden she's not in there playing in it all day. Don't y'all find that weird? All of a sudden she's not playing in it all day. Anyway, let me get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Oh, the video. The video. I might have to re-upload the video to YouTube. I might have to re-upload the video to YouTube. Instead of 12. Actually, you don't want to turn that volume down. I want to turn this volume down.
Alright, let's try that.
No, I can't do that. That's going to affect the, anyway, either way, it's going to affect the video.
There we go. Still a little high, but why don't I feel the color?
Everybody want to be like me.
Man, Dad, it ain't like you got one. I got one. Oh, you on the phone?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
I got the hat like you got, and I got the jacket with double sleeves. That's the hoodie. But I want the gloves and the tennis.
Go on, you take that one.
I don't want it outside. They stole my.
Think we're 4.5? What size you looking for?
Like that.
Like these? Okay. I look when I come back. What's your name? I'm there. Ruby.
I'm 1501.
Okay, I'm 1214.
Oh, no, there's something wrong.
Alright.
Oh, no, it's back. It's back. It's back. It's back.
I like it. Didn't you have another one?
Yeah, small one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that when this one is in getting his brakes done or something. So that's like the backup.
Oh, yeah, because remember I was talking to you about the little camera you put on your helmet. That I bought the wrong thing. I was trying to buy a camera for the inside of my house. And it's an action camera. It sits right in your helmet. Remember I was telling you about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still got it. Where is it in somewhere? I don't know. I don't know.
I think ready for that. This is 360.
Right, you was telling me you
It's
got
doing everything.
your phone and everything, but so you can hook them up to your wall?
Yeah.
You get these right here? Get one of those.
You can go up to the cell phone and be able to monitor.
So you can see you hook this up to you and you can see it on the cell phone?
Yeah.
See how baby. So when I get the stuff,
That's what you gotta do. What's your name again? Ruby. Okay,
that's all right.
Hey,
I know you
am I being surrounded?
y'all take it easy.
Am I being surrounded? God, I had to get out of there. Right now.
Did the chain pop
And
out?
watch y'all, the chain come out.
Yep. We ain't even get nowhere. We didn't even get anywhere. Train popped up already. Yep.
Yeah.
You know you're wrong for this. You know you're wrong for this. We ain't even get nowhere. Yeah, man, I ain't messing up my wrist gloves. I'm messing my hands up. I ain't messing up my gloves.
Hey, there I'm saying, I got my new jeans on, and I got to deal with that greasy chain. I wasn't going to mess the gloves up. I messed my hands up. Put the gloves on, nobody can see them, right?
I can use the motor,
Oh, there I'm saying.
but I want exercise.
Thinking somebody do what they don't want to do.
It came off again.
So I thought the wind was blowing hard that thing. 60 degrees, but the wind was blowing like crazy. You normally don't hear the wind. Listen to that wind blow. You normally don't hear that with the 360. I mean, the wind is blowing. So y'all watching the live, y'all couldn't see. Y'all just knew I wasn't going nowhere.
We got it.
y'all notice, I got some cords, and I tied it here and tied it there, and then I put electrical tape around it to make it look decent. And the piece that holds the trailer to the bike, that's really what's holding the bike up. But that's leaning on that. But I got tired of it moving. But that was just dangling, so I tied it down. Alright, so let's get ready to roll. I knew. Oh, if you want to. Oh, if you want to, sir.
Yep, get up to a bad start. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Let's get it. They're gonna go. Take it down. Hold it down, hold it down, hold it down.
Alright, if y'all want to see the video's up. It's backwards though. I will put it up again, but y'all don't be watching it. Seems like a waste of time. When I say it's backwards, I mean it starts out with us in the house, coming back in the house. That's why I wonder if YouTube got confused. Seven views. 7 of y'all watched it. That ain't worth putting up again. Only 7 of y'all watched it. The one from day and a half ago. That wasn't no 5 days ago. This is 5 days. It wasn't no 5 days. Was it 5 days ago? 5 days ago for real? Seven days ago. 20 views. 11 days ago, 14 views. 25 views. 42 views. 9 views. 26. Y'all not really watching the videos. These been up a month and you got 14, 19, 21. Y'all not watching them. Well, 43 of y'all watched this one. 27 watched. I don't know if it's worth me throwing the videos up. That got 31, 20, 36. What about the live streams? Y'all watching the live streams? 27, 67, 26. Whoa, this video got 379 views? What the hell? We got 379 views on that video. Oh, so I didn't even notice that. Oh, sucker, man. Wow. $379 views. And this is mobile, right? Yeah. Yeah, because we had a problem with our camera. And we had to use the new phone. So you telling me it looked like? See, I did look when we in the store. Cause there ain't no bumps. But you ain't moving, it look good. Watch your head when that light change. See, this is what you call a budget phone. It's a Samsung, but it's a budget Samsung. It's a Samsung, but it's a budget Samsung. I didn't stutter, I said it's a budget Samsung. This light never changed. I don't. Look now.
There's the river, I said,
I look at it now.
and then we back the other way.
Where's that pretty picture? Yeah, I don't know what happened to the S8 that day. It didn't want to do YouTube. That looks terrible.
Let the battery rest.
But look, we get back to the building. But I cleared it now. It ain't doing nothing. See how clear it is. Look at how clear it is. We ain't doing nothing.
By brand new. Divide 4,000 by 360 days, 365 days a year. 24 hours a day.
I was in the house for 4 hours.
No, divided by 24.
It's at 207 and then 606.
How many times?
So we was in the house.
With the help of 144,000. Want to teach them for 1,000?
So that means I got 379 people to watch me, and I didn't show nothing or nobody else. No news, nobody else video. That's amazing. But that's the sad part.
I still come every day and smile in this camera. And I don't think they can do about it.
The dude said,
So they can't dox me.
Chat.
They can't embarrass me. They can't shame me. Ain't nothing the evil can do except sit there and look at me. Or ignore me. Either way.
Dang, that person put all the names in there. God darn. Somebody was in that film, whoever that person is.
That's why I show you.
If you're watching, check it out. 379 views. You said, where was everybody? Well, almost 400 people watched that video. That answer your question. Yeah. Almost 400 people watched that video. My granny would say, hee hee. So, all right, y'all. It's 12:28 in the morning. Let me get out of here. Let me let y'all go. Those of y'all that hung with me. That razor, either somebody, what is my face? I shaved. Look like I didn't shave. But I did shave. Maybe I missed some spots. Or something reflected on me. I don't know. Anyway. Thinking about doing my hair because the hair's starting to grow back. My hair go back fast. Just shaved my head the other day. Hair come right back. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I know some of y'all are saying, look at him wearing an Oreo jersey with a tie. Trying to start a new trend. Thought I'd do something different to stand out. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, everybody. I'm out. Should I hit end broadcast or stop streaming?